August the 26th, I think. And here in Mobile, looking at the Mirliton vine. I posted a picture of it yesterday in the shade, and here it is about 8:30 in full light. And yeah, you can see that I got quite a bit of, I do have some dried up leaves going here, but yet the plant has done fairly well despite all this record heat. In fact, I'm still getting some nice little sprouts and growth coming off there. So I've been very fortunate despite all this. But usually at this time of year, this would all be filled in with a lot of vegetation. And in fact, usually it carries over here to my satsuma tree and to some of my citrus trees in the back. So this plant is usually much more, what do you want to call it, vigorous, and has gone all the way even up as high as that branch there. So I have suffered some with the heat, but I've been very fortunate at the same time. As far as anything that I've done differently, this portion of the plant here that you're seeing is the older plant. Once again, like I said, it's very, technically it's pretty sparse compared to what I've had in the past. Usually I can't see through all that. Hopefully with the rains and the cool temperatures that are predicted, I'm hoping that we will see some resurgence in growth. This is a first-year plant here that's doing pretty well, and in fact it's actually got some more coming out of the bottom. As far as any type of watering regime, I'm not really watering it more than maybe once a week, or maybe 4 days. This week was probably an exception. I did it a couple of times. And yes, I have applied some Miracle Grow, just general Miracle Grow to it, as well as the rabbit droppings. If we get the temperature breaks that are predicted next week, hopefully that'll get us some rains, and then hopefully if things keep progressing, and if they even go like they did last year, we might even start seeing sprouts a little earlier. Don't know if that's the case. Like I said, this is mostly the 12-13-year-old plant. That back there, which I can't see because of the sunlight, is about a 2 or 3-year-old plant. And on the end here is another 2 or 3-year-old plant. But back there, by that far post, is actually a first-year plant. Like I said, those first-year plants were planted more out of concern of losing some of the tubers, not tubers, sorry, I was doing another video earlier. We're due more to direct planting of sprouts that I was afraid were going to shrivel up and die, and I didn't want to waste them. But as you can see, as far as my shade canopy here, this is I think it's about an 80-year-old red oak. And it goes up pretty high, but I've got a pretty substantial canopy from my trees and the neighbors' trees, which can be good and bad. And then coming off from the top of the house, we've got some trees in the front. So as you can see, I think it's very beneficial to have partial shade here, because I think that obviously when in times of heat, excessive heat like we're seeing now, it's been very beneficial. Now all in all, probably I've got 8 plants here, but I'm going to say 80% of what you're seeing is from the one plant that's 13 years old. So just posting this to kind of hopefully give everybody an idea of you know, the status. Like I said, it's August 26, 2023, 8:40ish in the morning in Mobile, Haven't had rain in probably 2 weeks. And so you can see, like I said, warm nights, days over 100, nights probably in the 80s, recently maybe the upper 70s. So hopefully I'll weather through all this, and if we have any, like I said, hopefully we'll see in 2 or 3 weeks time buds coming out, and hopefully maybe next weekend I can take another one to compare it, especially if we get the rains and the temperature drop anticipated. But like I said, even a week ago I didn't have this much dried leaves, so it's slowly getting to my plant as well. So hopefully this will help folks kind of see, maybe plan for the future. Oh, just from another standpoint, that direction is north in my yard, so the sun will come up and set over there. So I got my trellis running north-south. It gets the morning sun, and then it gets the back end, gets the evening sun. So and that portion is what's mostly getting the bigger bulk of the leaves. So anyway, and I've got a slight grade to the ground there. I haven't actually measured it, but I really never have any standing water in my yard. As you can imagine, it being up underneath an old oak, I don't have a lot of red clay here even. I have not really had to amend this soil. So anyway, I'm going to finish up here. I just wanted to kind of give everybody an idea of hopefully some things to consider when planting your vine next year. Something that maybe, or your sprouts, hopefully you can get those into an area that'll improve your chances. And I'd be interested to hear others who are doing well this year, what conditions and setups they've got as far as watering regime, soil types, and location with proximity to the sun as well as shade. So.